Okay, guys, so I'm going to turn on my torch here for a second, and I wanted you to see something. Now, you notice the voltage changed, okay? I'm just going to hold this tight so you can see it. Okay, so let us and Tomato do some experimenting here. Now, I'm going to take my little light, and you can see the voltage jump like crazy. Why? Because it's wiggling around here, and I'm moving it. Now, if I put this on the right angle, and lock this into place, you can see I can make a lot more than the 3 volts that I was making earlier. Okay? So this is the experimenting I was talking about. So experimentation has shown me that I'm better off putting it on an angle like this in relation to the board itself. So instead of it being directly over top, it'll actually be on an angle like this, mounted inside so that the maximum surface of the solar panel gets light. It will also be fairly close to the board, just barely high enough off of it. And the exact distance that it will be is almost irrelevant. What matters is that I put it in a position where it makes maximum power. So let me just grab my phone here. And so what we can say here is that this will give me right around 8 volts at right around an amp and a half. No, it'll be more like 2 amps, 2.5 amps. Well, that's about the same amount of power as my generator will be making. Now, in an early video, I discussed making my e-bike solar powered as well. And if you wanted to use a solar panel, say as a charging setup, you could do that. But that's not actually going to be what it's used for in the bike. It will be, as I've discussed, powered by this light. Now, this light has 70 hours of runtime and runs off a single battery that only needs a total of 4 volts. Its maximum ability is 4.2 volts. It only needs the amount of power that comes from this when it's under this light to charge it, which is pretty convenient. But if the battery's dead, how do you charge the battery off the solar panel when this light is powering the solar panel? You can't. And because it won't be getting sunlight in the setup that I'm going to use, it's no longer going to be useful as a charging setup. Which is okay because it wouldn't charge the main batteries on the bike anyway. It's just not powerful enough. The only thing it would be good for charging would be that. Okay, so what we're actually going to do with this setup, guys, is something entirely different, as I covered in the last video. So in the upcoming video, I'm going to show you exactly how I build this. I just wanted you to see that it can make a lot more than the 3-something volts it was showing last time. We can make 8 or 9 volts with this without any trouble at all, as long as I get the position of the light right. Once I do this, it will be a really incredible solar panel setup. As you can see, it's a very small solar panel. Here's my hand, guy. My hand span is about 9 inches. And you can see the dimensions of it here. So it's actually a very small solar panel. It is not the giant, huge solar panel setups that everybody says you need to get enough power to run an e-bike. What if we are amplifying the power, guys? As I've said in previous videos, this will not be a voltage-based system. It will be an amperage-based system, which means all we need to build this is the light setup I've already showed you how to build, a section of this, and you can see for scale, as I showed in the last video, this is just slightly wider than the solar panel at its narrowest, and a glue gun. And that's it. I've already made the charger that charges this battery, and it's on an alligator clip setup. So all I'm going to do is run 2 connectors off of this that are just metal leads with little caps on them. You pull the caps off, you clip on the alligator clips, positive and negative, and voila, you are charging your battery, guys. This is a really easy setup. It'll basically be the kind of thing where you can just leave it to charge overnight because it has the overcharge protection circuit. This circuitry is why you can leave your cell phone on overnight and it doesn't overcharge. This is why I said we were going to use this, guys. So this is actually going to be completely revolutionary as an e-bike. A solar-powered, generator-powered e-bike that doesn't actually require a battery, guys. That's what we're building here. You flick the switch on, and you get 70 hours of runtime, guys. Show me an e-bike in the world that can match that. I'm Keith Daniel Robinson. I am a brilliant inventor. Keith out.